So first what you did is open this, pull this back, and then this was right here in front of this, like so. And what you want to do is carefully lodge a flathead screwdriver in here, and it'll just pop right off. And you pull it out. And then that exposes a Phillips head screw. That is one of the 3 screws. The other 2 are down here by this this door pull, I guess. So just leave it in there. Next thing, you just yank this bottom piece back. It should pop off. There's fasteners that hold it to the metal, so you just go around the entire panel and pull each fastener. There's like a couple up here. Maybe there's a screw in here. Yeah, there's a screw in there too. And when you have all fasteners off, you just pull it upward.
Yeah, watch out, there's gonna be glass in there.
Pull upward. Don't go too far up because these are still connected with the wires. So you want to just pull it back far enough so you can disconnect the wires. And the door locks are also connected here, so what you want to do is pull them out. Just remember, if you want, take a picture of like how this setup is so you don't mismatch it or anything. But they both go in one way. One is shorter than the other, so I know that the shorter one goes on the bottom.
I can hold the door.
Alright. So you want to pull any plastics off of their mounting brackets, and then these get undone with a bunch of wiggling. These are just held in by the actual doorknob and lock. And then here,
that wire.
Yeah, here you have a connector underneath. You can't really see it, but you can just. Cool. Yeah, so for these electrical connectors, there's always a locking mechanism on them, and all you need to do is just push down on that lock and then pull it off. It's tricky sometimes because they're, you know, lodged in there for years, so you kind of just have to hold it and just like wiggle it out. And then there's another connector for the door light. We're not gonna take that out because we don't really have to. We can set this far enough to the side where actually we can't, so I'm just gonna take it out. Set the door panels. All right. The glass must have been all the way up, so we need to bring it down so that the mounting pieces for the glass are visible to us, accessible to us. So there's one axis, and then there's probably another. So let's put it up and down and let's see. Oh, and you need the controls to do that.
So you pop the window controls off of the door panel there and just plugged it in, or going to plug it in.
Yeah, so that just comes off when you just lodge a flathead, or I just use my nails, and you can just pull it up and it'll come up from these tabs front and back.
Then we can plug that in and bring the window down, since it was in the up position when it was broken into. Press it again. Yeah, press the start button. Yep, now do it.
So there's one access bolt, I think, for where the glass needs to go. And then the other one should be somewhere around the speaker area. All the way up to here.
Alright, so we had to take the speaker off to get to one of the access bolts, which is right there. And then there should be another one in here somewhere. Is that in the middle?
No, it's got to be further back. So we can look at the new glass and see where it is in reference to that.
Yeah,
Probably back here somewhere.
we'll probably have to take this sound deadening off. Alright, so we couldn't get a ratchet in there because the space is very small, so we're using a box wrench, 10 millimeter. We're gonna loosen that bolt, and this actually slides, which will make it easier for us to get to the other bolt.
And this piece, this is the rail that holds the glass, and this is one of the two mounting bolts for the glass.
Yeah, you can see there's a bunch of glass in there, so we're gonna have to clean all that out. So we are cutting some of this padding and sound deadening back, or I guess it's waterproofing, so that we can get access to the bolt back there. And he's just cutting these. It's on with silicone, so he's cutting the silicone, and then we have some leftover silicone that we can put back on when we put it all back together.
We can pull this slider back a little bit. So there's that bolt.
Nice. So both the bolts are off. Now we are going to get a vacuum in here, clean out all this glass as best as we can, and then put the new glass in and put it all back together. Okay, so we vacuumed the inside of the door to get as much glass out as possible. We also vacuumed the inside of the car and the seat to get all the glass out there. And now we are taking out the new glass so we can set it and put it in. The glass from carparts.com, it was $40 shipped. This is the new glass. Just gonna stick it in from the top and line it up to the sliders here, and then also the bolts down low on the regulator, so that we can bolt them in, and we'll be good to go. All right, glass is in. We put the bolts on. Where is it? Right here. That's one of the bolts, and the other one is on the other side.
Bolt 1 and then bolt 2 is here.
Yeah, bolt 2 is on the other side there. So now we're hooking up the window here just to test and make sure everything works. It might take a few tries to like settle in and get it smooth. Looks pretty good to me. This is black RTV silicone, which we're going to use to seal the sound deadening and the waterproofing here back up. There you go. You can kind of see like it's like sticky residue, and that's what keeps it down. So we're going to put a fresh coat of that on and stick it back on.
So the next step is to put the speaker back in its place. This didn't have any RTV or anything on it, or any liquid seal, so it has like its own little gasket that's mounted on the speaker. So that's gonna go back in place when they mount it back. And put the electrical connector back on. And install the 4 screws back. If I can find the solution. So this piece needs to go back on here. And then we're gonna hold the door panel like close to the door and install the electrical connections the way we removed them. Snap that into place. And then this is for the door light in the bottom left. This will go in here like so. And then this will go like this. And then here, the bottom is for the door handle, I think. All I remember was this is for the bottom. So if you can't get it in, just make sure the door handle is pulled all the way back. Oh, actually, I did it backwards. So you wanna lodge this in first, pull it back, and then push it into the bracket like so. Same thing here. Lodge in the end piece, and then lodge in the bracket piece. I don't know what this is for. This was disconnected when we took it off, so that definitely goes there. There's no other place it could go, so I'm gonna just put it back here. And then the door panel on the top, like this.
I'm missing glass.
Yeah, we'll get it in a second. Take this off. Take a look at how this is supposed to go on here. Alright, so this has to go all the way on like this. Push it down. And then push the door panel back into place where all the fasteners are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shit. Where did this come off of?
Right here.
Okay. So this was here like this. Oh, like this. And then there was a small screw that went there. We can just put that to the side. Just lock all the fasteners back in place. And then we can put the screws back on. The screw was for this, right? I'm pretty sure it was, yeah. The last screw goes in here.
Snap the plastics back on.
Yep.
It's like nothing even happened. Can you test the window? Now I just gotta get it tinted.